Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and also good evening, guys, depending on whichever time of the day that you all are going to come across this video. I'd like to welcome you onto my channel, guys. If lo muntu lo kimbambe, hey, yo, faso checker, guys. Yeah, man, I hope that everyone is good. Hey, I'm also good. Besides, the flu, now God, it's actually I'm almost okay. Hey. Just that now I just have a headache and I just woke up now and it's in the AMs. In the next few hours I'll have to wake up and start preparing for work, So I actually slept early yesterday actually, and then I just woke up. As I woke up, a friend of mine had sent me the link. The link, I'm going to leave it in the comments section, in the description actually, in the description column below. To make sure that you check it out. It's from another YouTube podcast called Mzansi Podcast. So basically what happened, just to summarize the context of that video, and we're going to talk about it here, is that Shuti Ubaba, there's a umkhulu who wrote to the podcast about his son, saying that Daibo, he is old now. The umkhulu tiyena usemdala, and even unkosikazi wakhe is also old. I take it, what I got from this whole thing is that ngenzeka bekuthi bahlala emakhaya or bakhulele emakhaya, because umkhulu, what he's saying is that he's actually worried ukuthi what is wrong with his son, because his son never talks about women. He has never seen his son with a woman. He's never even heard his son, even when he's speaking with his friends, even talking about women. Even his friends have even attested to the point or the fact that his son has never even been seen or been with a woman. And then now what Umkhulu is worried about is that he's old and now he needs a makoti. What do they call it in English? I do not know. But the son's wife, because ngokwesintu kokunye, if I'm not mistaken, and please correct me if I'm wrong, as a son you must take umfazi, and then when you take umfazi will go ayekhagini, kube uye ke usuyosala naye ekhaya, if I'm not mistaken, oyonceda ekhaya. I understand, because what he also said is that they have siblings. The son has siblings, and it's girls, and the girls have been taken, in a sense ukuthi sebeshadile basemzini yabo and all of that. So umkhulu wants naye that thing ukuthi his son to take and get married. And for me, it was sad, even though I liked how it ended, but I hope it's going to stay like that though. But it was sad for me ukuthi umkhulu, his son is 30 years old, and already he's expecting his son to have taken a wife at 30 years old, to Wafetu. And he did also mention something along the lines yokuthi his son kind of changed, if I'm not mistaken, ever since he moved to Durban. Yeah. And the umkhulu is literally obsessed with his son having to take a wife, because he has even made means of taking extreme measures of having to even open the window kancane in order for him to come back at night or whenever to come and try and listen if his son is going to be with a woman or kanjani. Because as the presenter did mention, with their kids who do things, but they do them in secret because they are respecting their parents. So Umkulu is speaking about Uguti. He did also try and open the window and listen and all of that, but he never hears a female or anything inside of the boys' room. Yeah. So, it is sad, especially once the boy started telling Umkulu, and then Umkulu was like, "How dare you say something like that to me?" Bafetu, if you knock, a door shall be opened. If you ask, you'll be answered. If you push, it's either you're going to be pushed back or there'll be a movement. You cannot be looking for things and expect to not find them. Yes, there are instances where you're not going to find them, but you are definitely going to find what you're looking for. Or even the sad thing is that, of which in this case I feel like it is the answer you go to why his son is not entertaining women. And another thing you must also know is that when you find the answer, it's not always going to be what you want to hear, or it's not always going to be something that is going to make you happy. It's not. You understand? I always say, Mina, if you're still living at home, you're dependent on your parents. You are not yet as many so you can take care of yourself financially. Do not come out. Do not come out. This thing, Aguti, live in your truth. It's better to do your things. You can do his things, but not here. I do not urge people to come out, Mina, if you are still in that situation in which you're still dependent and living under your parents' roof, because you do not know how they will react. This guy's father was, at first he was a bit, you can tell Guti Agaz, he does not know how to handle such a situation. But as the presenter kept on talking with him, he was like, oh, you could see what there was a teachable moment. Like with, oh, okay, yeah, even though towards the end of the show, I liked that. I hope even as in there will still be other teachable moments and all of that, even though Umkulu might be hurt emotionally, but it is what it is. And this thing of our parents having to expect us, or old people having to expect us to have certain expectations, especially isn't just like imshado, like ingane. I do not want to lie to you. I'd literally like to say that our parents must stop. They must stop, Buffett, putting unnecessary pressure on us. Already we have a lot of things that we're currently dealing with. Already we're busy trying to get our lives, our ducks in a row. Next thing now, we have to also be like, I must get I must get a child. These things that I must also get are things that are not going to make me happy, but it's things that are going to be making my parents happy. Now I must also add that on top of the plate. Already the plate is full. It's not fair. It is not fair. I remember, Nami, I think I've once spoken about this when this other lady who used to look after my brother and sister was like, when are you having a child? All your peers have kids. And I'm like, why must I have a kid? But why? Even this other lady we used to stay with, she was like, yeah, you must have a kid. I'll look after your kid. You can go and do all of the things that you want or whatever. It's not about that, guys. Some of us, we have goals. I want to have a kid once I've achieved this and this and this and this. I do not want my kid to go through what I went through. You understand? Already my siblings are not going through anything that I went through. So in other words, life is just evolving and becoming better and better and better. Being in the rush of having a kid and all of that, I don't want to lie to you. Because even this other guy from work, I once told, was happy about Dingan and all of that. I was like, you know, my corner guys are con. Take care of your kid. You have to do that. You have to do that. Yeah. And if you have a child that you are not taking care of, put yourself in that child's shoes. Put yourself in that woman's shoes. Some of the guys, they end up not taking care of their kids because of the baby mamas. But honestly, make means to try and make sure that you're taking care of your child. So I was telling this guy, Guti, not that you're young. You're very young. Wait. Take him out. You just received a good opportunity. With this opportunity, utilize it and go to travel the world. Don't tie yourself down in the name of, because for me, I felt like you full majita of which the axis like take imali yakho ndoda masugrand travel umhlaba wonke lo jikelele. Even now amajita anengane, yes, abanye ba happy, abanye they are not happy, but truth be told, that's one thing you do not want to tie yourself down with, especially at a young age and at the age where you're supposed to be living your life. Next thing sanifuna imshado. No. So yeah, man, tell me what you think about this whole video down below, guys. I hope that is what I declare my casa, because it's very, very cold. It's super cold. It's freezing. It's like secret ice age. You know, I'm still trying to figure out which movie. Oh,